Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back here to the channel. Welcome to the new subscribers. I want to say thank you guys for coming in. Click the like. If you want to share it, you can share the channel. A lot of going on again with those energies, but today we are going to be getting into these combinations of transformation, intuition, structure, visions, and moving forward into the new reality. This is going to be a coming in as the moon is going to be joining the group that it's working like a clockwork. Usually those sextiles, when they line up one after another, they are leading to a very good progress. Since this gain that it's going to be coming in towards us is going to be about what? From personal to collective. But we need to understand that what the collective needs is also required us to change. So this is going to be a very, very transformational process with this. Hi, Jolene. Glad to see you here. And this transformational process, as we are talking about today, that's going to be coming in towards us, is very powerful. Okay, very powerful, very great, because it's going to start lining up. Okay, thinking about more like you just came in as a newborn soul who knows what's going on, right? We're talking about the day you are born. You already, with the day of the born, you already know what you need to do from that point, because you reach out your evolution stage to the point that you need to be reborn. And this is why you're choosing when to be born. This is why the natal chart is very interesting about this, because it holds the key to your evolution that you're going to be going forward. So with that being said, up here, we're going to get started. And later on, at the end of the day, this energy is going to be really, really getting it even better and better, as the intuition is going to be understanding to what you need to be transformed. But all the transformation is going to be starting from where? It's going to be starting from the shadow. Everything that we talk about here, about this shadow, about the Lilith, and here everything is going to be start making it sense. All right. So what is it cooking? 7 o'clock in the morning. That is what the moon is actually entering Aquarius. Hi, Dave. Thank you for coming in. So the moon and Pluto is going to be at the 12th house, which is mean in the morning, the spiritual, you're going to see the need of the transformations that it started in the soul into the spirit. It's like these things cannot go that far anymore. These things needs to stop. This things that needs to come in, they have to be changed. I need to transform. I need to change. This is a kind of like an ignition. But you need to understand, don't only depend of the energy when they come in. You feel the energies, you understand the energies, but energy without action doesn't gain anything. Okay? So we're going to be learning that about tomorrow, but for right now is what? Learning how to transform, learning how to change, engage within the energies, learning more about who you are as an energy in there. Bro, got a question? Sure, queue that up. As long as there's astrology questions, I can answer it for you as best as I can. All right, 8 o'clock, the inner work is going to be at Sach, and right now as we are, I think that it is not a good place. And there, I don't like the trolls, guys, but it is what it is. Okay, people show up their true selves here. All right, 8 o'clock, the ascendant is going to be at Mercury. Mercury is right now with Jupiter. a very beautiful trine. A lot of these revisions, we talked about it. But as we are talking about that the inner work is going to be at Sag, it's a lot of has to do with what is out there into the public. What is it the public opinions are? What is it the public that it does? And when you look at it, what's going on around you, you're going to figure out where is going to be my spot. How can I fit in this new world? It's the same thing like you're a brand new born baby and you're trying to find your place on this earth. We're gonna go back into this as a Saturn. It is already jumped into areas, and if you feel something in there within you, that is the part of the rebirth of the structure, rebirth of the bones. Okay, so some of you is gonna feel like a new structure, new body, new energy, new things that you're gonna start developing, and you're now developing not from what is only needed. You're also developing with your abilities and capabilities, which is coming into this union with visions. All right. So as we are going to be going through the day, the inner work in the next hour, this is going to be at 9 o'clock. The inner work is going to be at Capricorn. Very, very powerful right now because we are evaluating the work. Because see, imagine that you're going to work. You work so much. You work so hard. You have maybe 2 or 3 jobs for the family. All of a sudden, you figure out that the family worked on it. It's not the family that you should have worked on it. So this is going to be a lot of realizations about this because something was missing. What it was missing? The spirit. So with this energy that it's particularly sextiling the North Node and Mercury, there's going to be a lot of internal communications about this because Mercury is in Pisces, affecting what? The psyche. And here is that the psychology that it's going to be coming in. You're going to be looking into some of the psychology breaking down, some of the psychology limitations, some of your self blockages. This is like you're holding to the old, and it's like, I don't want to change, I don't want to transform. But you are going to be able to change, you're going to be able to transform to what you wish to become. As long as you know what you wish to become, right? Is that going to match the society? Depends of what you're around with. So 10 o'clock, the inner work still is going to be at Capricorn. That's going to be a trine Uranus. That it's going to be a Taurus. New changes, new things, new developments. You're going to come out with the new ideas. Following this, see what are they coming to you. Follow those energies in there. But it's going to be require action, as I said. The question is, are you ready to act on it when the time comes in? Would you be preparing for it? Because until this point of life, you've been preparing for certain actions. And some people, they know it. Some of you know what is. Okay? And for a lot of this, right now, a lot of us, particularly that the sun, it is squaring Uranus, is right now it's not the time. It's not the time to build this. It's not the right moment in there because the rebellious nature of Aquarius has not been developed. You're thinking about it like a little baby, but you want to be a politician. You want to change for a better world. You want to change for the better things. You need to give time things to grow up a little bit. This is going to be one of the things that is going to come in to us. And we're going to see in the next hour when the moon and Pluto is coming in together. The moon is at 2 degrees, Pluto is at 4 degrees, and the inner work it is about 8 degrees. So sometime like 10:45, I would say, in there, we're going to have the inner work is going to tick in towards the moon. Is going to passing through Pluto, and we're going to see these deep transformations that we need to do. Thinking about it, that you are right now inside of the cocoon before you become a butterfly. And that is going to be the moment of realizations of you're pretty much ready to be reborn. You're pretty much having the structure All you have to do is what? Act upon it. And you're gonna feel these actions, particularly when at the moon, it's gonna be coming in with Mars. But that is gonna be a whole another ball game with this. Okay, all right. Keeping it going there at 12 o'clock, the inner work is going to be between Mars and the Sun. The Sun is about 26 degrees there. And with that energy, with the ascendant in Gemini, right now everything it feels like is in the air. The new ways of life, it's developed first where? In the world of the ideas. Okay? All the inventors, they know about the world of ideas because they are having this aha moment. The question is are you going to have the aha moment for your future self? How to reinvent yourself. So this is going to be a lots of, particularly right now, this is going to be some very, very good timing for the air signs because all this, it's working in this magical synchronizations. Okay, so if you are Aquarius, if you are Gemini, if you are Libra, you're feeling it, those energies in there. Okay, so with those energies that it's coming into us, things are gonna be moving like the wind. Now, talking about the 1 o'clock, this is where the inner work it is gonna be joining the North Node. Usually, when the inner work matches with the North Node. Okay, you're here to fulfill your destiny. Can you imagine it comes in the date of time where really all the time, every day, this happened 24 hours. Every day that's happening like a clockwork, something can remind you about the destiny. If you pay attention to your thoughts, you have that. The question is, do you push it aside or are you paying attention to it? Most of the people, they're pushing aside because they have to sacrifice for certain things. They have to go ahead and satisfy other things. They have to abandon themselves. Or the worst thing is pushing down their destiny down into because they think they cannot do it. And those are right now because this inner work, particularly with the midheaven that is in Pisces, is about that. You to find the power of the soul, to find the power of the spirit, you to do it. Yes, you're going to feel everything that makes you weak. But with these combinations, it's starting from Lilith, from this shadow. Okay, that shadow's energy is going to the moon and Pluto. From the moon and Pluto, that energy is going to the Saturn and Neptune. From Saturn and Neptune, that energy is going where? It's going to Uranus, who is right now direct at Taurus. And this is how the energy is actually is asking you to go ahead and following. And what I'm talking about right here, that is Lilith right here. So from Lilith, that energy is going to the moon and Pluto. That energy is coming in as to Saturn and Neptune. And from there, that energy is coming to Uranus at Taurus. And this is how we are developing our new self. We're understanding the portions of us. Okay? But we have to act on actions made from above because we're forgetting about it. Okay, so Uranus is going to be reminding about this. We're going to see whether the moon is going to be joining Uranus, how things is going to be just like, you're changing your emotional state, changing a lot of things, you're changing opinions, but you also begin to feel much, much more. All right, 2 o'clock, the inner work is going to be very close to Saturn and Neptune. Of course, everyone is right now feeling it. What I'm going to do with this new world, what I'm going to do with this new ways that it's coming in. Right now, everything seems like a chaos deal. You need to understand that the chaos always comes in where there is a shift. And you have to feel comfortable being uncomfortable. And that is the one thing that the people don't get it. Because people who are feeling comfortable, what do? They're beginning to go into this psychological traumas, and all of a sudden they begin to be what? they begin to be crybabies. Oh, I cannot. Oh, na 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 na. Time out. Where are you gonna tell yourself that you can do things? And with these energies right there, this is going to be lots of reevaluations what you're doing into your psyche, because this is their emotions. Yes, we are emotional human beings. We cannot go without emotions. Because the emotions, that is the way we are producing the energies around us. But it's very important to understand the psyche. It's very important to understand what we need to tell to the psyche, which is the philosophy. And through that, we are emitting an energy. That energy is a magnet. And through the magnet, we are accepting or we are rejecting things in life. But that creates a gravity. So if you know this and how you know this, the universe wants us to become what? Happy. Happy planet, happy solar system, happy solar system, happy Milky Way, happy Milky Way, happy universe. But we don't get to that point yet of, first of all, understanding, and second of all, accepting. And after that, beginning to act. And this is what we're going to be going into the next 2,000 years, guys. So we're going to have some 2,000 years to understanding this. Okay? Our connection with the universe. All right, 3 o'clock, the inner work of Aries that it's going to be is going to be some very beautiful energy with the ascendant, people who have something in the first degrees of Leo. That's the new power of the beginning. But let's not repeating the energies from the past. We're bringing in the past, we are going to be facing Pluto, and Pluto is going to say, you know what, go back into the underworld. I'm going to send you to a Scorpio. That's what is going to happen. And the people who are seeking, certain energies, they're now going to resonate with the future. Guess what's going to happen? You're seeking chaos, you're going to receive a chaos. You're seeking conflicts, you're going to become the conflict yourself. But if you're seeking evolution, if you're seeking prosperity, things is going to start moving in a totally different way. Totally new way of understanding. Okay? Of course, things is going to need some addressing the issues of the evolutions of oneself. All right, 4 o'clock. That is going to be a lot of connecting to the inner child. Hopefully you healed that inner child within you. Hopefully matured with that. Right now, the authority, the sun is looking at this. They're in a very beautiful sextile. This is usually what comes in. That is the union of you and your inner child to reach out to the dreams that you had as a child, to come out and play with it. Okay? If you wanted to become a mechanic and fixing cars, go ahead, fix the cars. Go enjoy that. You're going to see how this energy that you suppressed it for so long, all of a sudden it's part of your destiny. Okay? Very beautiful. This is going to be a beautiful, because Chiron in Aries is one of the greatest things. It's the hardest things to do because you got to heal yourself by yourself, but it's the greatest thing. Okay? It's the greatest things you do to yourself. All right. Inner work at Taurus, 5 o'clock. You got to plan for the future. You got to plan how you're going to be doing something into the material world. Where you're going to live, how you're going to live, so on and so on. How you're going to be surviving within to the future. Okay? Kind of like a very good, I'm giving you a personal example because we're still going through it, but in the past day and a half, we've been having like 140 kilometers an hour winds here. It's at Spain, and the house, there's a move, stable structure. Okay, but that structure shows up the strength of the way that things are up here. Okay, so this is what you need to understand, that not everything has to be changed to absolutely new. But everything has to be what? Proven that it's work. And this is why Taurus wants to proving things that, yeah, that works, that's getting, that's going. Okay. And with that energy, particularly with Mercury and Jupiter, is going to be coming into that energies out there. Have you somebody taught you in life, in the family, how you to survive to the certain things? And now the life comes in and they're going to be teaching you how you to not only survive, you to thrive. But you have to disconnect from a family patterns that told you not to thrive because they cannot thrive. Okay. Hi, Namira. Glad to see you here. And 6 o'clock, very hard time for people who are Gemini, Sag, and Pisces, because this is about the South and the North Node. And during that time of the day, the Ascendant is meeting with the past. You organize in the past on the basis of what you knew in the past. But you need to organize right now yourself, your psyche, in a totally new way. And now it's kind of like a heart. You have a lot of duality. Can I choose the new? Is the news going to help me? This is going to happen. I see what's going on into the world. I see these shadows in the world. Talking about Lilith at Sag. You're all feeling it. You're all feeling it like something clouds the visions, not a full informations, a lot of lack of things, and all of a sudden you understand something is gone. The truth is gone. Okay? But now when you look at it, your truth that need to be changed, connecting with Pluto in transformations, and particularly the intuition that it comes in with Vertex, you understand you are the one who has to become the truth. And then everyone else has to become and understand to be the truth themselves. And then the things is going to be start shifting because the old ways, they're going to be gone. All right. 7 o'clock, the inner work is going to be at Gemini. This is again that energies because of Mercury and Pisces. This Mercury and Pisces is very tricky. A lot of you may be seeing it some like patterns of psychosis, having a breakdowns, mental breakdowns, spiritual things. It's like well, it's kind of like a very hard, and it's not this and it's not one. You need to understand these hard times. They're building warriors. These hard times, they do something great. Okay? Because if there is no hard time, you're not going to be having the test for the strength to go forward. Okay? And this is where people who are destined to go forward, people who are looking to their destiny, people who still have the dream to go, they're going to take off like that because they understand. But you're going to see a lot of people who are, as I said, we call them crybabies, people who are constantly complain of anything and everything that is under the sun. Because they still a baby. Don't be a crybaby. Develop the new structure within you. Develop this new power. Because right now Saturn, it's telling you, be strong. Be powerful. I taught you how you're going to be. I give you every knowledge that I could have done into the spirit. Now you're reborn. Now you're reborn. Now it's going to be a new ways. Okay? All right, guys. All right. 8 o'clock. That ascendant, it still is going to be at Virgo. That's going to be opposing this Saturn. Of course, you're not going to like the new structure because you don't know what the new structure is yet. You're just born. You just open up your eyes. You're like the little baby that you're just facing the world, and it's like you're interesting what it's want to be. The only thing you want is what? Sleep and eat. If you're feeling right now that you're going to have to sleep and eat, that's what this energy is about it. It's like all of a sudden you have this energy. It's like you go like in a meditation. So you feel like a little baby. That is your rebirth energy. Okay? Take your time. If you need those breaks, get them in there. But this is a very, very powerful energy. But don't create the conflicts in there because that's going to bring it into air, into you. Because your organizations of oneself in the physical realm, it's Virgo. Organizations about yourself with others, it's in Pisces. Okay? But now that energy is actually moving right at the beginning of the zodiac sign. That's mean you gotta have a new beginning. You gotta give it a chance to yourself for the new beginning that it comes in. And that's what that moon is gonna be giving, that beautiful, beautiful energy of understanding. All right, 9 o'clock, the inner work is going to be at Cancer. Beautiful, beautiful trine with Mercury into the North Node. Very positive energy ascendant. It's going to be at the Libra. Beautiful trine with the Moon and Pluto. And divine energies with the North Node. Here, the balance it comes in. He's going to be showing you that after you've done everything, you're going to have a great balance where in a relationship, something that you came for. Because your ascendant is the part of the soul it's enter to descend, to arrive on the seventh house. And this is why people are working their energies. They're working that energies of the sixth, the seventh house to figure out who they are, to know how they're going to get to the partnership. Okay, so your ascendant is very crucial because that points where the soul is entering. What is his visions? What he comes into it. Okay, while the midheaven, it's the inner work that you need to do in yourself so you can bring it down. Okay, and this is why you have these crosses between those 4 points. Okay, all right. 10 o'clock, the inner work is still going to be at Cancer, the end of Cancer ascendant. It's going to be at Libra and Chiron. It's going to be squaring the inner work. Of course, as I said, you need to understand we still have some child. We still have things that we cannot do. But you have to be okay with understanding what you can and cannot do. But don't beat up yourself. But don't give up on yourself. Of you understanding what is the powers of the Aquarius are, is like, if there is no way, I will find one. And that, it is the world of ideas. Something that shaped this world. I had an idea to create a house instead of living in a cave. I had an idea to create a society, not just living as a separate. I had an idea to build a country. I had an idea to build an empire. While the universe came up with the idea, I'm going to build a planet and have a life and let that planet be happy, but they have to work on their own. And if you understand this, God bless your soul. All right, well, the divine is going to be remind you about relationships at 11 o'clock, particularly within the spirit. Good lessons for all, for the people who need to recreate themselves, particularly about Leo, okay? The inner work is going to be at Leo, divine energies with Venus that is approaching the North Node. You will understand the power of love and destiny that it comes in. Because when you put the love and value with your destiny, you value your destiny, right? Very beautiful, very powerful moments. Uranus is in 150 degrees, receiving the energies from this balance internally from in yourself. If you have a balanced relationships, you're blessed. Because first you learn how to be balanced yourself, your partner learn how to be a balance themselves. And that's how the relationship becomes balanced. Despite the things they are going not in the right way. Because if you understand the part of if there is a will, there is a way. And if there is love, there is a value. You're understanding who you are, who is your partner is, and where you're going in your destiny path. All right, guys. So I want to wish you again happy Valentine's Day, and hopefully you guys are gonna be having a great time and much love. And that is the astro gravitational report for today. And I'm gonna be giving you tomorrow, right, the 16th, 7 o'clock in the morning, what we are going to be facing. Well, 7 o'clock in the morning, the moon, it's going to beginning to understanding the divine energies that it's going to be accompanying for the family patterns. She's going to be joining Mars. And Mars is sextile in Chiron, healing your family patterns and evolve to something else. And this is how the species evolve. Even through the biology, when you look at the evolution, you're gonna see that pattern. Can you imagine you're part of that pattern? You're part of that thing? You're gonna be finding out more about this tomorrow. All right, guys, that's all I have for you. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for the click the likes, the share, the subscribes. If you like to donate to the channel, you can do that by buying me a coffee or through a PayPal. And I wish you a good day. Much love, and come back tomorrow for another astro gravitational report.